Just another generic response video to Pyro. So let's go to the videotape.
You met him. You blocked me again, which is annoying. Can't you just control your emotions on that? I mean, because...
Well, look, it's not about emotions. Well, I guess maybe partly it is, but regardless, look. You let people comment on your video. You won't block anybody. They talk all kinds of trash. What, am I supposed to waste my time defending myself in the comment section of your stupid videos? Well, no, I'm not going to do that. And whatever you want to play the comment thing. That's your business. I mean, the only tool they give us is this blocking thing. I don't have a way to block people from commenting on your videos about me. We all have to play by different rules, apparently. And so this is the way I manage my YouTube existence. You manage yours your way, I'll manage mine my way.
All it means is that I wouldn't have seen these videos. I only happened to see it because I was screwing around inside.
And well, look, why don't you just, you can just subscribe to a keyword. Just subscribe to the keyword and mend them. I mean, not that, I mean, look, I mean, okay, the trolls make as many videos as me, but it's not that many videos. It's not going to be impossible for you to look at your subscription page. So just subscribe to the keyword, and then you don't have to worry about it.
And I followed a link and relate, where some views have come to this video. You make a video on me and on my video, and I can't reply to the comment. There's just, fine. You will see it.
Well, all right. Well, look, fine. I'll just tell. Look, everybody, don't comment about Pyro on this video. Go to Pyro's video to comment to Pyro. Okay, there. Simple rule. And if you say something. No one's saying anything nasty. They're just saying some, generic statements. But okay, whatever. Well, continue.
A video response, probably. But am I supposed to make video responses to all these commenters? Okay, for example, the suicidal optimist. Could you please tell, since he's not going to see my video probably, could you please tell him in response to...
Well, why wouldn't he see your video? I mean, I think he probably watches your videos. I mean, he knows who you are. But whatever.
His comment. People like Pyrrho talk incessantly about some higher truth, but never take the time out to explain it to us. Their higher truth, I suspect, is to deny the real truth, as it is pretty unpleasant. Of course, religion facilitates this delusion beautifully. Okay.
Yeah, and I think that's a very good question. So it's probably worth you making a video on that question. I think it's a good question.
Suicidal optimist. You're not talking about me. You're talking about some straw man in your mind that's talking incessantly without taking time. I take, obviously, plenty of time out to explain this so-called higher truth.
Yeah, no, you don't. Your higher truth is the lower truth. Your only truth is what nature tells you. That's it. You only go as far as, well, what does the DNA say? What does the DNA say? You put your hand to your ear, and you say, well, what is the DNA telling me I should do? What does nature say we should do? I mean, that's not a higher truth. That's the lowest possible truth. We can't get any lower than that to be a slave to nature's design. Theoretically, I mean, we really can't get much lower. I mean, it's design created by mere circumstance. I mean, everything we think is beautiful is just a contrivance. It's just an illusion. Okay, there's no real such thing as beautiful in the world. Okay, it's just perceptual bullshit. What, you think you're attractive to, you find women attractive because women are universally attractive? I mean, come on. It doesn't work that way. I mean, we've been conditioned, we've been built to think this way, to feel this way, to see this way, by a fucking molecule. That's what the philosophy about. The higher truth is talking about our psychology, analyzing our psychology. You're just talking about validating our psychology, maximizing our psychology. So maybe you'd make a good therapist, but you won't make a good philosopher, because philosophy is about analyzing the psychology.
And I don't necessarily call it higher, except for as, spatial abstraction, somewhat arbitrarily.
What even sense does that make? I mean, you're going to call something, well, I can't remember the word you used, but enlightenment. Use that word. Enlightenment sort of indicates up, better, superior, cleaner light, not dark. So higher also has the same connotation. I don't think you can say higher and then say it's not spatially relevant. It could be lower, but I'm just using the word higher, and it's just all arbitrary. No, I think there are higher truths. I think there are truths to be discovered. But yeah, you have to be able to define them and defend them with some sort of logic, some sort of explanation, some sort of connect the dots theory.
But the truth that I'm basing these ideas on is survival.
Yeah, now see, that's really, that's the truth of the consumption and reproduction molecule. That's its design. That's its mission. But what does that have to do with philosophy? It's not philosophy. That's everything that has built our psychology. It has built us into the animals that we are, into the machines that we are, through 4 billion years of evolution. But that's not a philosophical issue.
I happen to look out at all the living things and notice they have the desire to survive and the fight.
Yeah, well, so what? If I was in a certain place in, the southern part of America in a certain time, I could have looked around and said everybody owns slaves, and so that's, yeah, slavery makes sense because everybody owns them, right? So the fact that we are all sentient creatures, all these animals, all these little beasties are doing exactly what the first machine did, the first DNA reproducing molecule did, its origins, its Adam and Eve, whatever you want to call it, the first cell. The fact that they're all following that same mission is a fact, but it has no meaning in and of itself. It's not verified merely because it exists. It's not validated as something we should put on high, as a high truth, and validate. And that's the whole question philosophically, is what the hell is this system that we're part of? What does it make any rational sense? Can a rational, logical mind that can understand the facts of our existence, can it put all those facts together, including where we came from and that whole idea that we're all motivated to survive, we're all built to survive? We wouldn't exist if our ancestors didn't do that successfully. Yeah, okay. Can we put that truth into a whole philosophy and say, yes, that's the thing that's where we should focus all our attention. It's all about survival. I think I can argue philosophically that we have to go beyond survival because we're aware that consciousness has a qualitative experience to it. It isn't just about surviving, it's about how we survive and at what cost we survive. And those are the really important issues. Those are the higher truths, is the cost of survival, the productivity of survival. These are the words, these are the higher enlightened words that we have to deal with. Productivity, purpose, use, working. That's one of your favorite words. Yeah, what's the definition of a working system?
To survive is present in all of them, so I'm using that as a clue. So I've taken my time out and I've just told you that's what it all comes from, survival.
Right, and I've told you 9 zillion times that for me, forget it. That's a false premise. That's what a DNA molecule says is valuable. All right. Now, I'm not listening. I can hear what the DNA molecule says. I understand the power of its influence in the world, but I don't have any reason to think that's the end of the philosophical inquiry.
The so-called more enlightened ideas where you aren't so selfish about your survival is just where you're thinking of things like the survival of your family or other groups or even the whole biosphere.
Yeah, right. It's why the biosphere? Now we have to worry about the biosphere too, as if it has a welfare. I don't think the biosphere can feel and be harmed and go through the horrors of suffering. It's the individuals that do that. And as a concept, though, yeah, we can judge the biosphere. And let's figure this. Does it really? Wow. Okay, it's a bunch of animals eating each other. That doesn't look too good on the face of it. Right on the face of it, doesn't look too friggin' good. You can see some clips on YouTube, you know, little buffaloes and the lions grab them, and then the crocodiles are fighting with him over the little baby buffalo, and then the lions, then the big buffaloes come back and they jab some holes in the lions. I mean, nature sucks, okay? You want to pretend it's, all the sunsets and rainbows? Well, it's not.